Welcome to my channel, ketomealsandrecipes.com. If you love delicious Korean food and you want something tasty but very easy and quick to make, keep watching because you will love this easy 15-minute Korean beef bowl, which is keto, gluten-free, and the first part of the meal is carnivore. And in my opinion, the best part of all, this is a budget-friendly recipe your whole family will love and tastes better than takeout. I will first give you the macros for the Korean beef stir-fry portion without the cauli rice. And that is, the macronutrient ratio for the Korean beef stir-fry is 1.3 to 1 with 5.6 grams of total carbs, 1 gram of dietary fiber, resulting in 4.6 grams of net carbs per serving. The first thing I'm going to do is prep all of my ingredients. And I also want to mention the link to the written recipe and all other recipes I mentioned are in the description box. So go down there and check them out. Before continuing, I want to mention that this recipe is so good, I always double it up because whatever you don't eat for that night's dinner, you can freeze and use as prep ahead for another meal. So now let's do the first part, the beef stir fry. Place a wok or skillet over medium heat, and when your wok or skillet is nice and hot, distribute half of the ground beef into the pan and stir fry until the meat is completely cooked or done all the way through. This should take about 5 or 6 minutes to cook. As I'm stir frying this lean ground beef, I use my spatula to break up any large clumps and also to toss the meat so that it cooks evenly. When the first batch is done, I scoop it out, add the rest of the ground beef, and I cook the second batch the same as I did the first. When the second batch of ground beef is cooked all the way through, then return the first batch to the skillet or wok and toss to combine. At this point, we're going to add all the seasonings. I like to sprinkle and distribute over the surface and not just in one lump. So begin by distributing the grated garlic and the grated ginger over the meat. Cook for 1 minute as you toss to combine. Then it's time to add the finely ground sweetener and the red pepper flakes. Toss to combine. At this point, drizzle the sesame seed oil on top of the meat and toss well and continue cooking. And lastly, pour in the sugar-free tamari. Tamari, by the way, is just sugar-free and gluten-free soy sauce. And toss very well. One thing that I really love about stir-fry food is that as you cook, you're treated to this wonderful aroma. And you also notice how the aroma changes as you add each of the individual ingredients in the different layers. After adding your tamari, just continue cooking for 5 minutes. This cooking time will allow the beef to absorb the flavor of the spices, tamari, and the sesame seed oil. And that's all there is to this recipe. When you're done, remove the meat from the stovetop and transfer to a serving bowl. The amount I made today is for 4 servings, so I'm going to divide this into 4 sections as I'm doing here. And I'm going to set this aside for a moment because I want to explain how to make 4 servings of my 5-minute ginger cauliflower rice. I've posted this video before, so please refer to the link in the description box. To plate, I first put 1 serving of my 5-minute cauliflower rice into the bowl. Then I make a clearing in the center, and that's because I think it makes for a better presentation when you're all done. Before continuing, and as I promised, the macronutrient ratio for the full Korean beef bowl with ginger cauliflower rice is 1.4 to 1 with 10.8 grams of total carbs, 1.8 grams of soluble fiber, 1.3 grams of insoluble fiber, resulting in 7.7 grams for this complete dinner. And this is not just a side dish. This is a very filling meal. Now, to continue, get your bowl of cauli rice. Then place 1 serving of the stir-fried Korean beef into the center of the clearing and a little bit over the top of the cauliflower rice. To finish the presentation and complement the taste, as they would in a restaurant, I sprinkle about half teaspoon of dry roasted sesame seeds on top. And I also dice the green parts of a spring or green onion and sprinkle that over the beef. The garnish not only adds extra flavor, but it also makes this meal more visually appealing. This entire recipe, including simultaneously making the 5-minute cauliflower rice, took 15 minutes to cook. So there's no reason not to have a tasty, better than takeout, and much healthier and less expensive dinner, even on your busiest workday. Lastly, get your chopsticks. Please serve while it's hot. It's really delicious. And I hope you enjoyed this recipe. If you don't want to do cauliflower rice, here are 4 suggestions for additional side dishes. First, the easiest one is to get a nice soft leaf of lettuce and use the leaf as a wrap. Or you can serve my Korean beef with my roasted broccoli with Parmesan and lemon. And that's because the lemon and broccoli is a really nice combination that adds a little bit of freshness to this spicy Korean beef. This combination makes a tasty fusion-style meal. Or, if you want to keep it a little bit more authentic, you could pair the Korean beef with my quick and easy ginger and garlic bok choy. Alternatively, you could add my Japanese bean sprout salad. The crunchiness of the bean sprout are a really nice texture difference and a complement to the Korean beef stir fry. These are just a few suggestions. If you want more, leave me a comment in the description box. And also, please let me know what you think of my Asian and Mediterranean recipes, because I want this channel to be something that is of actual use, not just something you watch. If you come all the way to the end, thank you very much for taking the time to watch my video. Your support means so much to me. Please come back next Thursday when I post my next video. Until that time, have a happy and healthy day. Cheers!